If you guys like this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. My goal is to reach 100 subscribers, and I would greatly appreciate if you guys hit that subscribe button. So, it's really interesting. What I'm going to talk about first, this is not going to be the main point of the video, but it's the title basically. But Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons both believe they can win the Defensive Player of the Year, and it's kind of a coincidence because, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't really believe I ever saw two teammates talking about, especially around the same time, to be more specific, but they can, or they should be the Defensive Player of the Year. They do both have a case for it, but I don't know. That's kind of interesting because I really don't think I saw a case or that actually happened to me before. But just to start off, if I had to choose between Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid, I'd probably give Joel the nod. But he's not my actual Defensive Player of the Year prediction. But if I did have to choose, it'll be Joel. But or choose between them, it'll be Joel because Joel's averaging 1.5 blocks and 1 steal, while Ben is averaging 0.6 blocks and 1.6 steals at the moment. So yeah, between them, I just have to give it to Joel. But if I had to give you my actual prediction on who I believe can actually take home the Defensive Player of the Year award, this might be a boring pick, but I might have to do Rudy. And it's really kind of hard not to give Rudy that because if you basically just off of regular stats, I'm not going to go into all those advanced stats and all that stuff, but if you just go off regular stats, 2.8 blocks and 0.5 steals, yeah, that's a very good defensive player. Is it worth $200 million? That's debatable, but I think it is in a way. But actually, I really don't. But for his value, he's very valuable, but he's not that valuable is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, it's just kind of coincidence that Joel and Ben. I kind of found it a little funny that they kind of thought they both should be the Defensive Player of the Year, but that's that, I guess. But just to get on to the Philadelphia 76ers season overall, it's going pretty good, actually. They're the number 1 seed at the moment in the Western Conference. Their roster is looking decent, especially shooting-wise, I would say. The addition of George Hill definitely helped that out, and it was kind of sad, or I was kind of sad, when the Bucks actually let him or traded him, but we did get Drew Holiday back, so yeah, I'm not too mad at it, but I kind of wish we could have kept him on the team, but especially hurt to see him go to the Sixers, potentially one of our conference rivals, or we could meet them in the Eastern Conference or, playoffs, whatever. I'm not sure how this is going to go, but they do have a 39-17 record at the moment. They are 1 game ahead of the Nets at the moment. So the Nets are right behind them, while my Bucks are 3.5 games behind them. But I want to really be mad if the Bucks don't get the first seed because it's really not that serious this year, especially how this regular season is weird to say the least. And if you just take into consideration everything that's went on, it's not that big of a deal. But it is impressive that the Nets have missed basically at least one of their star players every game, and they're still the second best team in the Eastern Conference. And it's very just special what they're doing over there. But if we're just going to talk about the Sixers and what they're potentially going to face in the playoffs, first off, to start off with the obvious ones, Brooklyn, they might match up with. The Nets don't have anybody to stop Joel Embiid, really, especially with LaMarcus retiring, which I wouldn't say he was their best option, obviously, but he was an option. But the Nets, they don't have anybody to stop Joel. The best bet is probably Nicholas Claxton, but he doesn't get as much playing time as he really should be. I did make a video on him recently, so if you guys want to go check that out, go right ahead. But yeah, Nicholas Claxton is probably the best option for Joel Embiid. And if they're actually playing the playoffs today, if they actually meet up, he's going to have to get a lot of playing time because Joel is going to eat. And yeah, that's really just that. But at the same time, the Sixers really don't have many people to probably lock down all three of their star players in James Harden, Kyrie, and Kevin Durant. So if they were to meet up with them, it would be interesting to see how it would turn out, because it's basically defense versus offense, or in a better case, depending on which team can play better defense or which team can play better offense. I think that makes sense. But yeah, just to move on to the next team, Milwaukee Bucks, is kind of the same case. The Sixers really can match up well with them in a way. It can really go either way, to be honest, because Giannis can dominate in a way, but teams have found ways to stop Giannis in the playoffs, so hopefully he can fix that issue, or the team can fix that issue overall. But Jrue Holiday addition to the team especially would help that. Just taking the ball out of Giannis's hands was a big factor for that. And the Bucks aren't doing too well in the regular season, but it's really not that serious, or it's really not nothing to really be too mad about. But yeah, really that's all I can say. If I want to talk about another team, the Celtics, I think the Sixers can beat the Celtics. The Celtics did beat the Sixers, but with the Celtics struggles this year so far, I'm not sure if I depend on them too well. But Jaylen Brown did have an amazing night last night as recording this video. He scored 40 points on 17 for 20 shooting, 85% field goal percentage. So yeah, that's really amazing. But yeah, with that being said, that's really all I have for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys like this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And I will see you guys on the next video. Peace.